of What You're Talking with your boy DJ Preach, man. Yes, I'm back in the building. It's been about 2 to 3 weeks, been very busy, man. But listen, before we even start, I need for y'all to do me a blessed favor. A blessed favor. Please hit that like button, comment, hit that subscribe button, please. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. If you want the show to continue, if you want the show to grow, you gotta share it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get this word of mouth thing. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell the dog, tell the cat. Maybe they accidentally hit the button on the laptop and watch it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we can get the show out there to the world. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of shows and being out there to the world, I want to give a shout out to my man GOD, Jesus, that's right, for giving me the vision, and I created the plan and executed it for my other show, The Takeover, which is a top 5 countdown show for Christian hip hop, R&B, Christian reggae, all the above. It is doing phenomenal numbers. I'm not just saying that. Like, it's being played on 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 different radio stations on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. It's been played on my radio station, the Life Show Radio. It's also being played on Fleet GA Radio, which is Fleet Georgia Radio, and it's also being played on WEMS Radio. So you may want to check that out. Saturdays and Sundays, you can follow me on my social media to find out the times at DJ_Preach83, and that's on Instagram, and that's also on Facebook also. So that's what I'm saying. This show can do the same thing. What You're Talking with DJ Preach can do the same exact thing. But hey, you gotta hit the like button. You gotta comment. You gotta subscribe. Please do that. All right, on today's episode, it's gonna be deep today. Usually I have fun. Usually I have fun. You know what I'm saying? I make fun of something, or I have a good time. But today's gonna be a little serious. Today I want to talk about some of the events that happened over the weekend. Azealia Banks is in the news. We're gonna start right there. Azealia Banks is in the news for her message that she gave on Instagram, and I have right here from E Weekly, and it's basically saying that fans are expressing concern over Azealia Banks on Saturday, August 8th. The 29-year-old star took to Instagram stories with a series of cryptic messages that worried her thousands of followers. And it said, this is what it says. It says, yeah, I think I'm done here. This pandemic, extreme lack of social interaction, no intimacy, combined with constant public ridicule, is making life harder than it's worth. I think I will end my tenure here on Earth soon, she captured with her first post. I wanted to bring that up because she's not the first one within a month that's saying this. I think Nick Cannon had his episode of expressing leaving this earth. I'm gonna put on quote unquote leaving this earth, but at the end of the day, it's suicide. I'm gonna get right into it. And this is touchy for me because, like I said, I've been down this road in 2016. So I get where they're coming from with the stresses of the world, the burden, the loneliness. I get it. But I also want to bring it to attention to those who are going through the same things, that there is a higher power, y'all. There is a God, and his name is Jesus. I ain't afraid to say his name. That can change and remove all of that. He did the same thing for me. He did the same exact thing for me. He got me out of that dark hole. You know, I'm not actually sure what she's going through, but when you're going through, a lot of people call it mental illnesses. It can very well be that, or it can just be, you know, you're in a dark place. You're not getting the attention. Let's call it what it is. You're depressed. You're stressed out. It can be all of those things. You know what I mean? She also says right here that I'm not begging for attention or asking for sympathy or empathy. She continued, I'm just ready to go. Literally, I'm just ready to go. Peacefully, of course. I would document my last times and release a film for you all to finally understand me from my perspective. My soul is tired. Woo! And I'm ready to go. This is what she says. That's deep right there. My soul is tired and I'm ready to go. Maybe you may be feeling the same way. That you pull in all into other people. You put all into other things, to your job, your kids, whatever the case may be, but you're not doing nothing for yourself. And you just feel lonely, like no one is doing anything for you. Listen, I've been there. And this is why I wanted to do today's show on that, you know what I'm saying? Because the ugly head of suicide, she is showing her face this year. She is showing her face this year. And the thing about it is it creeps up on you. It just don't hit you. It just creeps up on you. It just creeps up on you, y'all. You know what I mean? And I just want to encourage you to stay strong. This video may not be for everybody. This episode may not be for everybody. But if you know somebody that's going through the struggle, let them know that they're loved. Hug them. Let them know that they're loved. Call on them. You are not that. Listen, we all take time for what we want to take time for. Simple as that. You're not that daggone busy. Call somebody. Check up on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I'm being so serious right now, man, because it's not just the adults going through it. You got young kids contemplating suicide. You know, being bullied. Things going on at the house. You know, it is serious, guys. And the thing of it is, a lot of people are not talking about it because of the pandemic, because of the COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Or the other, you know, social issues or current events that's going on in the world. So suicide is being overlooked, but suicide is serious, guys. It's serious. We already had 2 celebrities come out with their cryptic messages on Instagram. Nick Cannon, now Azealia Banks, and I'm pretty sure there's more. And I dare I say there's probably more to come. But just stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Definitely check on somebody. I'm gonna do something right now. Because it is real. I want to give you the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline right here. And it's 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. Call that number if you need to speak to somebody. Matter of fact, hit me up too. Hit me up also. Hit me up on social media. DJ_preach83. Drop a message. And I'll leave my number and we can talk from there. You know what I'm saying? Because this is serious, guys. It's serious. You know what I'm saying? You're being left in the house. Let's say you just live alone. And with this pandemic going on, you ain't trying to go outside. Ain't nobody been checking up on you. You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. And let's just say money ain't coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. It can go there real quick. It can go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that spirit of suicide is so real, guys. It's so real. It's so real. It's so real. So I just want everyone, if you're going through that, stay prayed up. If you know the Father, pray to him, talk to him. He will rescue you. He will detach you from that thing. I promise you he will. He did it for me, and I'm still living 4 years later. If he did it for me, he'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody that's going through it, you know, call and check on them. Do your just due. The Bible says just do your just due. You know what I'm saying? Do your part. Call on them, check on them, show up with your face mask on, of course, and just check on them. Just check on them. Again, that hotline is 1-800-273-8255, or you can contact me at DJ_preach83, and that's on Instagram and Facebook. Just message me, and we'll take it from there. If you need to vent, you need to talk. But I wanted to bring that up because it's serious. It's serious. The next topic that I want to get into, I told you, this episode is more of informative thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you information. I'm giving you what the Lord has told me to do. Like I told y'all, man, I ain't doing this for no fame or fortune. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun. I'm having fun with everything that I'm doing because God has given me the tools and the ability, the skill sets to do this. So it's ministry. So today's episode is going to feel like church. It's going to feel like ministry. But I want to share to you what God shared to me last week. And it's the next topic of do you know the difference between the requirement and the purpose? In everything that we do in life, there is a requirement for it, and there's to fulfill the purpose for it. But do you know the differences? You know what I'm saying? Do you know the requirements? You know, and let me tell you the story. So I'm sitting down, I'm watching The Shot last week. All of a sudden, God tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "Yo, I need to holler at you, homie." Like that. This how me and God talk now. All right, me and God, we talk like the boys on the street, the boys in the barbershop. That's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to him in no Old Testament voice and languages. That's not how we roll. I talk to him, and evidently he answers back. That's just how it is. Anyway, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? What you got to talk about? He was like, do you know the difference between the requirement and the purpose? Do you know the requirements to fulfill the purpose? I'm like, I think I got an idea. He was like, well, at this moment, I don't need you to think. I need for you to know. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, why? It's 11:30 at night. Why we gotta go here, God? Why so deep? He was like, let me help you out real quick. He says, like a job. He says, your job, for example. He says, the purpose of the job is to gather resources to take care of you, your family, your responsibilities. That's the purpose. Now, the requirement is for you to show up at work or to work on time to fulfill the assignment and to do what you're asked. That's the requirement to fulfill the purpose of your job. Y'all got that? So as God was explaining that to me, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I get that. I understand. But I was like, is something going on with the job? He was like, no. He was like, the reason why I asked that is because I wanted to know, do you know the requirements of being a husband and what's the purpose of being a husband? I'm like, whoa. I'm like, bro, okay, now we get it too deep now. I'm like, hold on. We get it too deep, man. Like, I'm sitting here about a business, watching The Shy, and you telling me about some husband type stuff, some wedding. I'm like, where's this coming from? He was like, where's this guy? He was like, I'm helping you out because it's getting close. I'm preparing you. It's getting close. I'm like, getting close. I'm like, all right, go ahead and run the numbers, God. Go ahead and do what you do. He says, the purpose for marriage, of the husband in marriage, is to take care of the family, build legacy, and cover your family. Let me stop right there. If you're dating somebody, or if you are married to somebody, and they ain't trying to help you lay them bricks of a foundation of building a legacy or building something great, they ain't for you, bro. I'm just being honest. That one, the husband or either the wife, one person just can't be laying bricks. It got to be both of y'all. Both of y'all got to build together. Both of y'all got to be building an empire, a legacy, a ministry, something of that sort. You got to be building something. If no one is helping build that legacy, helping you with the bricklaying, y'all ain't here for me. Take care of your family, build legacy, and cover your family. That is the purpose of the husband, right? In the marriage. Now watch this. He says, here's the requirements. The requirements of a husband. He says, leadership, integrity, honor him, and seek his wisdom. I'm going to say that again. Leadership, integrity, honor him, seek his wisdom. Now, I say all of that to say this. That was the assignment, or that was the teachings that God gave me to teach about requirement and purpose, because evidently he's preparing me for marriage. Okay, now here's me speaking to you after he downloaded that to me. You cannot fulfill the purpose, and hear me out on this one. You cannot fulfill the purpose if you don't meet the requirements. I'm going to say that again. You cannot fulfill the purpose if you don't meet the requirements. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. There's a lot of people in positions. A lot of people in positions who didn't meet the requirements to even qualify for the position or that title, and that's why the purpose ain't being fulfilled. That's why they're doing whatever they want to. You know what I'm saying? Leading people the wrong way. Y'all know a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know a lot of them. Some of them we see on the news every day. No shade, but it's truth. You know what I'm saying? If you don't meet the requirements, you can't fulfill the purpose. That's as simple as that. I don't care what it is. Like I said, with me, it's being a husband, you know what I'm saying, in the future. That's why God stopped me in the middle of watching the shot. You know what I'm saying? But as I'm growing into that, as I'm in the process, you know what I'm saying, I'm still taking care of the priorities. I'm still taking care of my responsibilities of being a father, an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, an employee, and, you know, a son, and all of those things, you know what I'm saying. So it's just the next step of being a man, is preparing for for marriage, you know what I'm saying. So but yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there with y'all, that you can't fulfill the purpose unless you meet the requirements. That's it. That's it. That's it. It don't get no better than that. All right, listen. I'm gonna leave y'all with my social media one more again. That's DJ_Preach83, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can also find me on Facebook. Listen, if you want to listen to the show that I'm telling you about, the takeover, I'm telling you, it's doing phenomenal numbers. doing phenomenal numbers right now on 3 different radio stations. You can listen to that each and every weekend. Saturday and Sunday is being played on 2 stations on Sundays, and it's being played on my station, the Life Show Radio, on Saturdays at 12 o'clock. All right, and you can follow the schedule and all of that on social media. It's doing great numbers. The takeover is big. But listen, this has been another episode of What You're Talking with DJ Preach. Yes, today's episode was heavy, but it was informative. I think your spirit was fed, and I think you should do everything that I said on here. I mean, just being honest. Go check on your loved ones. For real, go check on them. Go check on them. Go check on them, y'all. I can't stress that enough. Go check on your loved ones today, not tomorrow.